Be alert to the fact that this is out there, and we watch where it travels from this point. I'll go over everything, but as of right now, okay, temperature's not an issue, okay, as far as it's being a big snowstorm. We talked about that earlier, just not seeing the big influx of cold air. I mean, it's 48 degrees right now, and this is in Brooklyn. Elena is out there. What is Elena telling me? Not looking forward to the nor'easter, so afraid of power going out. That is one of my concerns with this system. The winds just ramping themselves up, and there could be some power outages out there. I think it's not just along the shoreline. I think the shoreline would be the biggest spot where I think power outages could be a possibility, but elsewhere as well. I'll explain all that, but let's get outside. As of right now, here's what we see, and it's not a not a great-looking shot, okay? You got the low clouds out there. I was watching this camera, shake a moment. Okay, you see it right there. Because you're getting these occasional gusts up to 29 miles per hour. It's 45 on the thermometer right now officially in Central Park. Look what the winds will be doing. 7:30 in the morning, they're increasing. This is not the heaviest stuff, but you are looking at, winds in the 30s, maybe the low 40s. All right, that's 7:30 in the morning. Now you get to tomorrow evening. Here we are, 8 p.m., and you've got 50 to 60 mile per hour winds out there along the shoreline. And I think they'll even max out a little bit more than that. I mean, this particular model is saying sometime after midnight tomorrow night, could see those winds approach the 70 mile per hour mark, and that's for Montauk. They're saying maybe 67 miles, 60 in Coram. I still see 58s for Seacliff, 50 in Paramus, 50 in Ossining. So they are inland a bit, not way north and west, but they move inland as well. And then by 11:30 Tuesday, starting to sort of back down again, kind of breezy out there still, but 20s and 30s, we can handle that. Coastal concerns. Of course there are going to be coastal concerns because, again, these winds are forecast to come in from the northeast. What does that do? You get your high tide. Now you have wind pushing it more towards the shore, starts to stack up on land. So minor coastal flooding is possible for tomorrow's morning tide cycle. Okay, the AM tide cycle, which depending on where you live would be anywhere from, say, 4 a.m. to 9 a.m. But it's ramped up to a more of a moderate level during the PM tide cycle, which would be 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. I'm giving you real general times. Check your tide chart for where you live. It's the PM tide cycle tomorrow and even the AM tide cycle Tuesday morning that are the most problematic. Tides could be 2.5 to 4.5 feet above your typical high tide because of that added push on shore. Beach erosion is likely with something like that. Coastal concerns, here we go. Pay close attention to this dark green color, okay, the New York Bight. There's Staten Island, we get Nassau County, Suffolk County, shoreline of Westchester County as well. That's where the coastal flood warning is in effect. That's where we think we could be seeing those tides 3 to 4, maybe 4.5 feet above where they should be. Coastal advisory, that's more of like that 1 to 3 feet above. But again, everyone who has a coast could potentially see problems out of this. The storm breaks down like this. The brunt of the storm is tomorrow during the PM hours, okay? It's not the AM hours, the PM hours. Dangerous driving conditions because of those heavy winds combined with heavy rains, high-profile vehicles, and some, flooding on the roadways. That's a problem. Wind gusts could possibly get close to 70 miles per hour for some folks there. Wintry mess north and west, flooding rains for most folks. The wintry mess we're talking about, you got to go way north and west for that heavy wet snow, maybe 3 to 6 inches of it, and then that little blue slice right here, that's where you could see really just sort of like that sleet mixed in, and then it's just mostly rain for the chunk of our area. But it's a lot of rain, 1 to 3 inches, if not more. And again, it could linger a bit into Tuesday morning. By the time you get to Tuesday, the PM hours, we should be done with this system. But that's the way we see it here, Jessica. Again, biggest thing is to stay informed. Keep it tuned right here. We will walk you through everything.